Well, hey folks, are you ready for a suspension upgrade? You know, something I thought about for several years before I took the plunge, and I made a purchase that I'm going to tell you about here on my 5,000 mile review of the Legend Revo A's. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Well, hey YouTube, and welcome back my friends, once again to HDR Adventures, and your good old friend here, HDR, on his lovely 2018 Road Glide Ultra. And as the intro gave it away, as well as I'm sure the title did, today we are talking about motorcycle suspension. Now this has been covered many times before, but I'm going to put my own twist on it today. And today I'm going to give you my 5,000 mile review of my Legend Revo A's and what I think about these shocks. Now, I gave you a review way back a while ago. You've probably seen that one of my videos, thought, oh, HDR, you did that before. But not like today's video. So stick around and listen, hear me out. So today I've been riding and getting a lot of cornering like this here. You know, with these Legend Revo A's, you can almost lay the bike, well, you can lay the bike down on the floorboards very easily. Not a problem, and the bike doesn't feel like it's going to kick out from under you. The Legend Revo A's do an excellent job with that, guys. They just do an excellent job of keeping this motorcycle upright, or you know, keeping it, should I say, maybe balanced. It keeps the motorcycle very balanced, and it keeps the motorcycle just hugging into the bends. It's not a very big creek down here, is it? That's not very big at all. Huh. I don't think there's any fish in that one. Anything coming? It's a beautiful day to be out riding. So anyway, with the Legends, okay, with the Legend shocks, and many of you told me, many of you have heard me say it in the past, that if I was to buy the Legend Revos again, it would just be the straight Legend Revo. I would not buy it with the rebound knob because you're going to save about $200 to $300. And listen, it's the exact same shock. But would I buy the Legends again? Ready? Dun 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 dun. Yes, I would buy the Legends again. These Legend Revo shocks have been absolutely amazing. You know, you don't feel the bends, or you don't feel the bumps, and people are like, well, if you don't feel the bumps, you're not riding a motorcycle. Yeah, but why do you want to go home with a backache? You know, I've been out doing a lot of twisties on this motorcycle, and like I said, it just lays into the bends, and what's nice about it, it tracks perfectly. And I know I was one of those guys for years that said, you don't have to upgrade your shocks, the stock shocks are perfectly fine. And I'm sure there's going to be some people commenting that, you know, stock shocks are fine, it's just how you ride your motorcycle. I'm not arguing with you, absolutely. The one thing I can tell you about motorcycle comfort is you make it comfortable for you. You do what's right for you. Now, you know, the price tag of the Legend Revo is, when I bought them anyway, it was like $980 bucks, right? Let's say with shipping and everything or whatever, $1,000 to put a pair of shocks on a motorcycle? Are you out of your mind, HDR? Is there something wrong with you? Do you have a screw loose maybe in your head? Well, yes, and yes, at times. But let me tell you what. When I got the Mrs. on the back and Miss HDR said, wow, this is a very comfortable bike to ride now. You know, we hit bumps on the highway, or, you know, not potholes, I'm talking little speed bumps, or anything of that nature, or maybe even a little pothole. Yeah, I don't hear her in the back now going, ouch, 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 ow, you know, because her back would be hurting. I don't have to stand up off the floorboards anymore to go over a speed bump. I just go right over it, and the shocks just eat it up, man. So they are absolutely worth every penny you're going to spend on them. And look at it this way, if you're going to keep your motorcycle, like I love this 2018 Road Glide Ultra, I have no plans at all of getting rid of it. Matter of fact, I've told many of you, and you know that even Miss HDR just opened up the bill the other day. She goes, oh, that thing's almost paid off. Little does she know, I have a plan of putting another motorcycle in the stable after this is paid off. So I'll have an extra bike in the stable. But the thing is, if you don't plan on selling your motorcycle, guys, put the money into it. Make it as comfortable as you can for yourself. The one thing I can tell you about the Legend Revo A's is make sure that you set them up properly, right? So what I mean by that is if you're going to carry a passenger, set 2 up on it and adjust the sag of the shocks to make sure you know where those are set. Once you do that, write it down. I have mine taped inside of my saddlebags. I have a piece of tape in there. It tells me 2 up, it has to be 6 counter turns. 6 counter turns. For just myself, I got to turn it clockwise 4 times to take that off, to kind of loosen them back up again and give them more sag, right? More spring. So you're tightening up a little bit for extra passengers for the weight, right? And you're loosening up a little bit if you're going to just ride solo. But make sure you do that. That is critical for you having a great ride. Now, changing the knobs. Let's talk about that a second. Changing those knobs on the Revo A's for the rebound is all that's for. How fast it rebounds, right? So when you hit a bump, it's going to be either like boom, 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 or it's going to be like boom, and it's going to be sticking there. So I have found that on the minimal settings, or medium setting, which is 3, that is absolutely superior. I've tried it on 1, I've tried it on 4 and 5, and I keep going back to 3. So that's for me. That might be not comfortable for you. You might not like that. I do like that kind of feel, and it's absolutely fine. This is why I tell you that I would buy, if I ever bought it for another bike, I would buy just a straight Revos without the rebound knob, because they're fine-tuned to setting number 3, which is kind of mid. Matter of fact, when they ship these to your house, it's already set on 3, so you don't have to worry about them. So yeah, so you look at the price, but you look at the comfort you're getting out of these shocks. And I would actually say, before you spend $1,000 on a brand new seat, guys, spend it on the shocks first, because the seat, if you hit something hard and you bottom out on your motorcycle, the seat's not going to do you any good, right? It's just not going to do what you think it's going to do. It's still going to hurt. But if you have the new shocks on the bike, what happens is that rebound goes down and it comes back up, and it makes your stock seat feel like $1 million seat. So it's very, very comfortable, because the bike is taking the hit, not your butt. And that's what we want to happen, right? We want the bike to take the hit and not our butt. The next thing I like about the shocks is they're very easy to adjust. There's no hard thing to do. I don't need a wrench. I don't need any special tools to adjust my shocks. I wish I could go in there and take pictures. But there's somebody out here with a spider right there. Yep. How you doing? Good to see you. So you don't need any special tools. All you do is grab the spring and you turn it either clockwise or counterclockwise. When you install these things, make sure the serial number, I believe it's on the inside. I think that's right. Don't quote me. If I'm wrong, put it in the comments. Say, hey Jack, no, it's on the outside. I can't remember exactly. But that's how you know left to right, because you want them both to be turning in the right direction. If you mix them up, you could be turning one clockwise, the other one counterclockwise. You'll never be able to figure out your adjustments. The biggest thing I can tell you about these shocks is, once you get your adjustments set, you turn it 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, with a passenger, I'm 4 counterclockwise. 1, 2, 3, solo rider on 3 clockwise. Once you get those settings, you get these things fine-tuned, oh man, you can't beat the ride. It is so comfortable and so amazing. I would tell you, if you got to put something on your Christmas list, these shocks are what you want on your Christmas list. So I hope I've told you enough about them, as far as the rebounding, as far as the coils, as far as the adjustments. I did pick up the heavy duty ones. There is also a light duty shock, totally depending on you. We travel a lot, we do pack the bike down a lot, so I figured the heavy duty Legend Revo A's would be the ones that I would want, So that's what I put on the bike. Again, totally up to you. There are other shocks out there. There's other brands, and you know, do some research. I did a lot of research before I bought these, and talk to your buddies. Your buddies, if they have these shocks, just like I'm talking to you right now, and I feel that I'm your friend, your buddy, you're watching my videos. I'm not going to tell you to buy something I don't believe in, especially when you're spending this much money. So remember that. And I purchased the shocks. I bought these shocks. Ask Mrs. HERO. She might still be grumbling a little bit about it, because she said $1,000 will buy a lot of pair of shoes. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you got something good out of it, and a little bit of knowledge there of my 5,000 mile review of my Legend Revo A's. And take care everybody. Until next time, remember, ride your own ride. Be safe out there. HERO Adventures, along with me, HERO, will be down and out in southwestern Pennsylvania. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now. Coming down the hill. Big old hill. Yeah, the GoPro can't catch this. This is almost straight down here. Woohoo! Right on down the mountaintop.